Whoa, didn't see you guys there. It's been a pretty long time. Welcome back everyone to Western, whether if you're returning or new. As we're returning back to campus, I know that everyone has a lot of anxiety coming back into the new school year, whether it be making new friends or just starting back up school. We've all got shit on our minds in more ways than one. I know that sometimes we all get poop and pee anxiety, especially in environments that we're not especially comfortable in or familiar with. So you may ask me, Abby, what are some good bathrooms on campus? Being my last year at Western, I have used a lot of bathrooms across campus and I've even written a few articles on this matter. So I thought, as an ode to my last year and the beginning of this year, I thought I would talk some shit for the last time. As quoted by my last article that I wrote, whilst battling the existential crisis of school, you don't also want to be battling the toilet as well. So, here are the best bathrooms on campus, in my opinion. Alright, so we're starting off on South Campus. We're currently in front of Academic West, and I'm going to show y'all one of my favorite bathrooms on this side of campus. Let's go. Alright, so here's the men's restroom. And then here's the women's restroom. We're currently on the first floor of Academic West.
As I mentioned previously, this is on the first floor of Academic West, and even though it can be busy at times, if you go at the right one, it's very nice for when you need to make a pit stop before running to your next class, or if you need to run and catch the 190, as it's the furthest South Campus bathroom besides the gym.
That was pretty neat, right? But there are so many other options on campus, and I'm going to show you the next one that's on South Campus. We're right now currently in front of the communications facility, and I'm going to show you my next favorite bathroom. Come on! Hey, so it totally isn't a new day, but the communications facility is finally open, so let's go and see one of my favorite bathrooms on South Campus. We are currently on the first floor of the communications facility, and we're going to walk back here, and then you'll find the women's and men's restroom to your left. Alright, so we've got the women's restroom here. I don't know what technical number this is, but I'll do this in post-editing, so come on in.
Personally, this is probably one of my favorite restrooms on campus in the first floor of the communications facility, and it was one of the first bathrooms I ever used at Western, and it's for a reason. With its 16 stalls, 7 sinks, and dim lighting, it feels like a luxury to use this restroom. While it can get busy from time to time, it never feels too crowded to use, and it almost feels like a hotel, just with the lighting and then the checkered flooring.
That was a pretty awesome bathroom, right? Well, actually, they just recently put in a new gender-neutral restroom right next to it, so we can check that one out as well. And then here's the men's restroom. That one's a little bit smaller, but it's basically about the same. And so for the gender-neutral and family restroom, if those that need it, it's also on the first floor of the communications facility. And let's go and take a visit. And it's a very private bathroom, so if you need any privacy, then this is the place to be. And if you come in here, it's very open and spacious, so again, if you need any more privacy, then this is one of the options on campus that you can go to. Speaking of gender-neutral restrooms on campus, the Interdisciplinary Science Building actually has an entire just region for gender-neutral restrooms for those who need them, so we're gonna take a peek at those as well. And I think this is like one of the newer buildings on campus, so these are gonna be some of the most updated bathrooms that we'll have. It's very STEM. I think this is one of the newest buildings for the STEM classes. I've never been in here before, but it's very nice. All right, so we're on the first floor, and then there's a sign for that. And then you can see that there's an entire corridor of just gender-neutral restrooms, and they're all about the same. This one has an accessible button that you can use, so for anyone that needs that, you'll have that here. And then it's basically about the same as any other gender-neutral restroom on campus. There'll be a lock on the door, and it's very private. So we'll take another peek in here. And then here's the big open space. So again, like I said, these are all gender-neutral restrooms, but then also some of them might be a little bit different. Some might be smaller than others, but it'll be about the same. All right, so those are some of the bathrooms on South Campus, and now I'm gonna hand back the baton to other Abbey, and we're gonna walk further up North Campus to show the other options. Now we're gonna walk up to North Campus and check out some more. Let's go. All right, so we're currently at the Red Square, and we're about to hit Miller Hall because that's one of the bathrooms on campus, and this is the middle of campus. We're at Miller Hall now. Let's go inside. We're gonna go up to the second floor of Miller Hall because that is where the next bathrooms are. Alright, so we're on the second floor of Miller Hall, and we have a men's bathroom and a women's bathroom. And the nice thing specifically about these ones is that there's actually a push to open for the men's restroom. There isn't any for the women's, but for those that need accessible bathrooms, this is one of them. So here's the push to open in action. Bada bing, bada boom.
Now, walking up further north campus, the second floor of Miller Hall is another great option. With an accessible men's restroom, some nice natural lighting, and being smack dab in the middle of campus, this bathroom offers a security like no other. Though it can usually be busy most days and there are limited stalls, there's a sense of reliability with this bathroom in particular because the stalls feel very private, almost as if you were at home.
Speaking of home, I thought I would take you guys to my all-time favorite restroom that's all the way on North Campus in the Viking Union. So let's do that. We made the long trek all the way up to North Campus, and we're currently in front of the Viking Union, and I'm gonna show y'all my favorite bathrooms here. This is the VU. It's also very empty. These are the bathrooms on the 6th floor of the VU. Here's the men's and the women's, and there's actually even an accessible button that you can push if you need that. Let's open her up. Nice.
I think my all-time favorite restrooms on campus are in the Viking Union. At the top of North Campus, the VU bathrooms on the 5th and 6th floor are always a home run for me. They're usually never busy, they're always clean, and the colors really complement each other. It feels very private since I rarely see anyone use these bathrooms, and it's like they're hidden in plain sight. These get a 10 out of 10 rating for me.
And on the 5th floor, it's the exact same as the ones on the 6th floor, except there isn't an accessible button to open the doors, but it's basically the exact same. And plus, look at that view out there of the bay. Pretty neat. And as an added bonus in the VU, we're currently on the 7th floor, and there's actually a lot of gender-neutral restrooms on there, so I'll show you those as well. So behind here, we have some of the gender-neutral restrooms. It's kind of currently dark, so we're filming this right here, but it's right next to Cugs. So if you need a gender-neutral restroom or ones that are accessible, you can walk down here, and we'll show you one of the bathrooms. It's also single-use only, so if you need that extra privacy, you have that as well.
Not only does the VU have some awesome bathrooms on the 5th and 6th floor, they also have gender-neutral restrooms on the 7th floor next to Cugs that have many amenities for those that need them. With its incandescent lighting, a seat, and a single-use restroom tucked away on the 7th floor, might be perfect for those that need some extra privacy.
And this specific one is a gender-neutral and a foot wash, and it also has an automatic door on it as well. And in this little corridor, it's a little bit tucked away, but there's 4 bathrooms around here, so they'll be open. So with that, here are some of my favorite bathrooms on campus, and I hope this list kind of eases your pain and anxiety when it comes to finding the right one. I know that my favorite bathroom might not be yours, but there are so many bathrooms across campus with its wide variety and its zany features. You just have to find the right one to call home.